Could you score full marks in this question? So many students didn't. In fact, the examiners said that those scoring full marks in this question were in a significant minority of candidates. Oh dear. Coffee is poured into a cup. The temperature of the coffee, H degrees C, T minutes after being poured into the cup, is modelled by this equation, where A and B are constants. Initially, the temperature of the coffee was 85 degrees C. It says state the value of A. It's only for 1 mark. How can we do that? Well, you should know this word initially is telling us about what happens, 0 minutes after the coffee has been poured in. It's saying initially, T equals 0, the temperature, that's H, was 85. So when T equals 0, H equals 85. We can substitute both of those things into the equation that we're given, and we'll end up with 85 equals e to the power of 0 plus 30. Well, e to the power of 0 is just 1, so this is a plus 30, and therefore a equals 55. Part B. Initially, the coffee was cooling at a rate of 7.5 degrees C per minute. Find a complete equation linking H and T, giving the value of B correct to 3 decimal places. Let's think about what this means. It said initially, that again means T equals 0. And it's talking about a rate. So that's the rate of change. The rate of change of what with respect to what? Well, look at the units here. It's degrees C per minute. Degrees C, that's temperature, H, as it says here, per, so we've got to divide, per minute. So that's with respect to time, dH by dt, degrees C per minute. But be careful. It's not that equals 7.5, it equals negative 7.5 because it's cooling, not increasing in temperature, but decreasing in temperature. Hence, we need this minus sign. So let's take the equation that we were given in the question. We can note that A was 55. We can put that in straight away. And we need to differentiate it because we want to make use of this information. So how do we do that? How do we differentiate this exponential term? We take the power, we differentiate the power, and that comes to the front. So we end up with minus b at the front with the 55. Then we simply copy and paste this afterwards. What happens to the constant 30? Well, it's a constant. When we differentiate it, we get 0. That's how we get our first method mark. Next, we can substitute in the information we had here. So when dH by dt is negative 7.5, t was equal to 0. So we can replace that in the equation there. Remember, e to the power of 0 is just 1. We can divide both sides by negative 55 to end up with b equals. So b as a fraction is 3 over 22, but remember it wanted b correct to 3 decimal places. So we need to round this to 0.136. Then we can return to what we had here and just replace the b in the equation here. And there we have it. There's our final answer mark. Make sure you write down that complete equation because that's what the question said. You shouldn't just be leaving it as b equals this. We need to write this too.